What is going on, guys? My name is Dimitri and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to break down how to create recurring tasks in Notion. But before we get into that, if you could please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of my latest videos, I'd really appreciate it. So what are recurring tasks in Notion? Essentially, a recurring task in any productivity software is a function that allows you to press a button and it will then create that task at a certain time frame. So for example, you can set a recurring task in things like Todoist or Microsoft To Do, and it will repeat that task and create a new one on a certain date. So say I have something I want to recur weekly on a Monday, it'll do that for me. Or I want it to recur on weekdays, it'll do that for me. You see it with, the recurring events that you can have in Google Calendar. However, Notion does not allow for this. So we have a nice little workaround that we're going to show you in this video. So let's get into my Notion workspace.
So you want to make recurring tasks in Notion. Let's do it. First and foremost, we got to dive into here and look at what we got going on. So I have some examples of my different templates and different recurring tests that I have going on. So essentially Notion doesn't have the more formal recurring tests. So I'm going to go and show you guys just something here. Usually if a program were to have recurring tasks, you go to like one of these properties or properties here, and they'll have an option for recurring. The only option we have is duplicating, but we do have templates which can make this really quick and easy. So first, what you want to do is actually utilize something called the template button. So I actually made an example of this really quick. So I'm going to just do this exact same thing one more time. Basically, I recorded this once, so now I got to do it again because my mic didn't record. So type /template and you get a template button. So really quick and easy, do record a role. And the key here to make this template button turn into something that can actually create these recurring tasks is having this first block blank. So you can see it's like this, and then hit enter. And when you have that empty block, what'll happen is it'll allow things like this to populate when you press a button. So I have an example made right here for record YouTube a role that I'm going to make. So I just double clicked right here and I have a bunch of templates, right? And that's helped make things easier, but I can't have templates for everything. So, well, actually I can, but with this new process, I couldn't before. It was just ridiculous. So now I can go record YouTube a role. And below populates like what are my upcoming videos, etc. And then what I can do real quick is make the like sub checklist that I usually had. So record a role, Wednesday video, Friday video, Sunday video. So now it's kind of ready, and all these properties that you have for a calendar or whatever different checklist that you have is what you should end up dragging this template button creation task back into. So we have this and this right next to each other for a reason. So when I drag this in here, now if I close it and press this, it'll duplicate it, and I will then have a recurring task. So this gets rid of the whole duplicating something in Notion, and it has the copy of issue. I'd like to thank Danny Hatcher for showcasing this to me, and it's really awesome. This has everything in there checklist wise, but then all I'd need to do is, as you can see, if I drag it back to today, it has the same properties as it did when it was taken out. So it's really nice in that sense. Another really important thing to remember is that, one, don't spam this button. Never spam any of these. So there's a reason I have these all separated as well. If you do too many duplications at once, Notion gets like this API token error, and it'll stop you from being able to duplicate for hours on that computer. Or even on your phone as well, if you did it on your computer and then on the phone. It's kind of weird. It's just an issue that Notion has, so please make sure that you don't spam any of these buttons, then you don't have more than like 5 or 6 in each of these. Just separate it by every few days if you have recurring tasks on certain days, and it makes it really easy when you're planning. So now I can just press these 2 or 3 times a week. I can, not individually, but separately. And basically I just have recurring tasks. It's not like if you make 5 at once, it's going to cause the error. I did it with like 15 once and it caused the error. So just be cautious with the number. Don't spam it, and make sure that you guys can do this because it's honestly been a huge time saver for me, and I've really enjoyed it. So thank you guys once again, Danny Hatcher and then Marie Poulin, who made a video that got popularized with some of that knowledge.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I know it was really quick and short, but I wanted to show you guys a tip that I thought would be helpful for you guys to improve your productivity and overall use in Notion. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.